Okay, now we're going to work on page 13. And page 13 wants us to write equations in the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, where, this is page 13, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, now we're going to start with number 5. Okay, number 5 is a graph. So let's look at the graph of number 5. And I'm just going to zoom in a little more and a little more. Okay, so if we look at the graph of number 5, we're going to find the slope by counting. So I'm going to start at this point here. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. So my rise is plus 3, and my run is 1, 2, 3 is plus 3. So I get a slope of 1. Now notice on the picture it shows me where it crosses the y-axis, and it crosses at 4. So b equals 4. So for this particular one, I know that, let's move this up, that m equals 1. I got that from counting 3 over 3. And b equals 4. So I have to substitute 1 for m and 4 for b. So this equation would be y equals 1x plus 4, which we would normally just write as y equals x plus 4. Okay, so that's number 5. So when you're given graphs, you count to get the slope and you look to see where it crosses the y-axis. Now, let's look also on page 13 at number 1. They give us a slope of 2/3, and they tell us the y-intercept is -1. So the y-intercept is b. So again, y equals mx plus b. I substitute 2/3 for m, -1 for b. So this becomes y equals 2/3 x minus 1. Okay, so the ones on page 13, pretty straightforward. Let's look at page 14. Page 14, oh, they give us a tricky one. If we look at number 9, we have a special case. They tell us the slope is undefined. Well, we remember whenever we see that word undefined, we think VUX, because the U in VUX stands for an undefined slope. So I know my equation is going to be x equals something. But they don't give me anything but a point. Oh, but then I think, you know what? The point has an x and a y value. So they are giving me what x is. X is -4. So this equation is x equals -4. Okay, now let's look at number 10. Number 10 goes through -2, 5, and the slope is -2. So now I say to myself, well, I don't know what the y-intercept is. So if I try to do y equals mx plus b, I know the m, but how do I find the b? So they're giving me a point and a slope. I go, oh, point, slope, point, slope. I know, I'll use the point slope form. So I'm first going to put this into point slope form, which we're all experts with now. And now I'm going to change this into slope-intercept form. I'm just going to solve for y. We've been solving for y since chapter 4. So y minus 5, first I distribute, equals negative 2x minus 4. Now to get y by itself, I add 5 to both sides. So y equals negative 2x plus 1, and that's the answer. So now, let me do one where they actually give you just 2 points. So let's look at number 15. So number 15 gives us 0, 4, and 2, negative 3. So this gives me an added step, because they give me 2 points. I don't know the slope, but whenever I'm given 2 points, I can find the slope. So I find the slope using the slope formula. Negative 7 over 2 equals the slope. Now, I say, what do? I have a slope and 2 points. I have 2 points and a slope. Point, slope, I'll use the point slope form. So, I say, now I just cross out one of my points. Y minus 4 equals negative 7/3 times x minus 0. I distribute, and then I isolate the x. Okay, so now it's y equals negative 7/3 x plus 4. Okay, now we're going to do one more, and let's do number 20. Okay, for number 20, I have negative 3, 1, and negative 3, negative 2. 2 points, find the slope. Negative 3 plus 3, I notice my slope is undefined. 0's underneath, the slope is undefined. So, whenever the slope is undefined, I know it's a vux. So I look up to see what my x value is, and x equals negative 3.